So let's go through 5 talking points from round 2 of the Six Nations. Welcome to this video supported by Lifting Giants. Please let me know your big talking points down below. I'm just going to go through 5, and the first one that I thought was interesting was the charge down of George Ford's conversion. Now in the comments there was disagreement over whether this was a legal charge down. In my video after the match I said I thought it was. I've checked it and yes it was. All players retire to their goal line and will not overstep the line until a kicker moves in any direction to begin their approach. So George Ford was set, he was still, then he kind of moved again to get in another ready position, but because he'd paused for so long, I think it's fair to say that was kind of like his approach, even though it wasn't towards the ball. So I think it was fair. It wasn't like just one Welsh player went towards the ball, loads thought it was, so I think it's absolutely fair, and he's going to have to rethink his kicking routine for conversions after that, that is for sure. Point 2, that TMO try against Scotland, that was no try, or it was ruled no try. I thought I could see enough of a grounding, but of course it's the on-field ref's decision that's so important. He said it's no try on pitch unless you can see clear evidence to overturn it. If it was a try on pitch, I think it would have stayed a try on pitch, but because it wasn't, they had a look at it and the TMO thought that that shot of the ball that looked like it was on the ground wasn't enough, and there was enough doubt to make it no try. So I can kind of see it both ways. To me, I thought it was a try. In fact, in the old days, I'm sure that would have been given a try. Do the refs need to make a bit more effort to have a look, to pick up bodies and see where the ball is? Because at the moment they're kind of just relying on the TMO to tell them if it's a try, but I think it's more important for them to try and work it out and then try and confirm it with the TMO rather than let the TMO decide. Let me know if you agree. And these videos of course are sponsored by Lifting Giants. If you want to stop wasting your time cutting out pieces of foam as lifting blocks, just get yourself a pair of ergonomically designed, properly tested lifting blocks. 10% off with the code RugbyAnalyst10, links in the description. Now point 3 might be controversial or not. I think the quality of the Six Nations so far has been quite low actually. We haven't had a classic game where both sides are playing well. I think the weather maybe has something to do with that, and you could bring up the conversation about moving the Six Nations to get it in better weather. I don't know, but I mean, Ireland were impressive against France, but France weren't very good. They were down to 14 men to be fair. In round 2, England versus Wales was a close contest, but you wouldn't say it was a good game for the neutral. Scotland have produced good halves, but not all together. France beat Scotland on Saturday, but they were actually poor for most of it, so I hope we're going to get some classic games coming up, like we saw in the World Cup, but so far, not the best Six Nations. Let me know if you agree with that one. Talking point 4, and it's Scotland. Have they got a mental block against winning the big games that matter? We know they've got the best team they've ever had. I think that's pretty much unanimous, but they just can't get it done. Are they going to waste this generation, this group of players they've put together, and not win a Six Nations? Of course, they've never won one before, and they blew it versus France. They nearly blew it against Wales, of course. France were there for the taking. France were playing very poorly. They had no Antoine Dupont and they couldn't get it done. Is it psychological? Is it technical? Is it bad luck? Let me know what you think, but Scotland may have blown it once again. And the last big talking point for me is Ireland are in absolute pole position. This could not have gone better. I think the fixtures have worked out really well, considering they got that big game 1 against France at the beginning. Then they got the easy win against Italy on Sunday, 2 bonus point wins, great points difference, no big injuries, and they've got most of their squad onto the pitch and they should be really fresh. They've got a rest week. Then they go against Wales at home, which they definitely should win, probably with a bonus point, and then it's can Scotland or England spoil the party? What a great position to go back-to-back Grand Slams for Ireland. As a neutral, as a non-Irish fan, I think I can say this, without jinxing it too much, but let me know if you think Ireland are going to do it. And an honourable mention, if we would have 6 points, we saw smart mouth guards measuring accelerations, G-forces, and we were getting automatic HIAs, players looking very bemused because they didn't think they'd taken a head knock, and they were getting hauled off. So far, these HIAs haven't been failed, and if that continues to be the case, do they scrap that? Do they raise the accelerations? Or do they change the HIA protocols, which maybe aren't even fit for purpose? Let me know what you think there, but that was a very interesting one. Anyway, what would your 5 big takeaways be? Pop them in the comments below. Love to know what you think, and I'll catch you next time.